Have you ever wondered, what is God saying on this specific day? What is the message that the Lord might be trying to communicate? One of the things I learned to get clarity around the word of the day, the word of the Lord for a specific day, is doing date-based devotionals. So this is doing devotionals around the specific date in a year. So like today is 11/11. It's Veterans Day. And then looking at Matthew 11:11, Hebrews 11:11, Romans 11:11, looking at 11:11 scriptures. And then I went to Tozer for today and looked at the theme on 11:11. And God will communicate very clear themes on certain days. So it's a very different way of doing your devotional. So like I've been doing this for the last couple weeks, or I should say days, is like 11:8, 11:9, 11:10, and just reading a handful of scriptures and tracking them through based on the date. So it's been really interesting. So today, it's all about warriors, warfare, and war. It's wild. Like Tozer wrote for today, fight or die. And then in Hebrews 11:11 is the Hall of Faith, where these are the veterans, the warriors of faith. And 11:11 is about Abraham and Sarah, and they were true warriors. They maintained hope and faith in God in a hopeless situation. They warred to maintain their faith and keep the faith until they received the promise. It took them 25 years of warring before God granted them Isaac. And they learned to war, to maintain hope, to believe in the promises of God. And that's a kind of warfare. It's very beautiful. And then you look at Romans 11:11. That's really cool too, because you have it in Hebrews, not Hebrews, Romans. The Hebrews, they fell, they stumbled. And Paul writes, but not beyond recovery, not at all. So no one is beyond recovery. I was speaking that word. I've stumbled a few times, and I looked at that word as just stumble beyond recovery. And Romans 11:11 says they did not stumble beyond recovery. And neither have you, my friend. You may have stumbled, but not beyond recovery. It's you got to dust yourself off and get back up and get back in the game. It's a battle. And then Matthew 11:11, which is about being John the Baptist was a great man of God, but those in the kingdom are even greater. In order to have the kingdom, you have to have warfare. And if you're in the kingdom, even though you may not be as great as John the Baptist, because your address is in the kingdom and you and your king is the greatest, you are great, my friend, even greater than John the Baptist. Remember that. You're anointed. So that's my 11:11 morning devotion. And this is a different way to do it. And you can get some really interesting insights and even clarity about God speaking in this particular day. And God is both the God of the Jew and the Gentile. So he communicates on the Gregorian calendar. You see wonderful insights, and on his holy calendar, which is the Hebrew calendar. So I like to follow both of these, and it gives tremendous clarity and direction for the day. So I'm dusting myself off, and I'm getting back in the fight. And I encourage you, my friend, you were made for warfare. And life isn't easy. It's tough. It'll kick you in the teeth, kick you in the gut, and you got to dust yourself up, and you got to maintain hope, and you get back in the game. God bless, and thank you for listening today. And remember, his breath is our calling. Bye.